Tora chips!
The Lonely Lighthouse and the Brave Little Wave. Far out on the edge of a rocky coastline stood a tall, weathered lighthouse named Luma. Luma had guided ships through dark nights and stormy seas for as long as she could remember. But over the years, fewer and fewer ships passed by. Newer, brighter lighthouses were built closer to the busy ports, and Luma began to feel forgotten. What's the use of shining my light if no one needs me anymore? The waves below splashed against the rocks, whispering their soothing songs, but even their company couldn't cheer her up. One morning, as the sun rose over the ocean, Luma noticed a small, playful wave tumbling close to her base. Unlike the others, this wave seemed different. He was smaller, livelier, and curious about everything. "Hi there! You're so tall. What's your name?" "I'm Luma. I'm a lighthouse." "Wow! What do you do?" Luma hesitated, unsure how to answer. "I used to guide ships, but now, I don't know. I think I'm just here." The waves splashed enthusiastically against her base. "That sounds amazing! I've never guided anything before. I just tumble around, splashing here and there." Luma couldn't help but smile a little. The wave's energy was infectious. As days passed, the little wave visited Luma often. He would tell her stories about the open ocean, the schools of fish he raced with, and the dolphins who leapt above him. "You should come with me sometime. There's so much to see." "I'm a lighthouse, little wave. I can't move." The wave thought for a moment, his ripples shimmering in the sunlight. "Then maybe I can help you shine again." Luma didn't know what he meant, but the wave seemed determined. That night, as the moon lit up the ocean, a storm began to brew on the horizon. The little wave hurried back to Luma. "Luma, there's a storm coming. The boats might need your light." "But no one sails near me anymore. What if my light isn't enough?" The wave splashed harder, determined. "Your light is always enough. You just have to believe it. I'll help spread your light across the water." Encouraged by the wave's confidence, Luma powered up her old light, casting a warm, steady beam into the darkening night. The storm rolled closer, waves crashing against the rocks, but the little wave worked tirelessly. He carried Luma's light, reflecting it on his rippling surface and spreading it far across the ocean. Out in the storm, a small fishing boat struggled against the waves. The fishermen squinted into the darkness until one of them spotted the faint, shimmering light. "Look! A lighthouse! Follow that beam!" The fishermen steered toward the light, guided safely back to the harbor. As the storm calmed, the little wave returned to Luma, tired but triumphant. We did it, Luma. Your light saved them. No, little wave. We did it together. Without you, they might not have seen my light. From that night on, Luma no longer felt forgotten. She realized that even when the world seemed quiet, her light could still make a difference. And the little wave? He became her constant companion, carrying her light farther than she ever thought possible. And so, the lonely lighthouse and the brave little wave taught each other that sometimes all it takes is a little teamwork to shine brightly again.